Hello?
It's Robert, love. Listen to me. What do you know, if anything, about Brock making a trip to Florida recently?
Florida? No, Robert, he didn't go to Florida. He did take a trip to New York. At least that's where he said he was going.
When did he get back?
2 days before the murder.
Now, did the trip have anything to do with getting some personal information? I mean, information as in about you?
No. Brock already knew everything about me. From me, Robert.
Did you use a travel agent?
Yeah, I have a number right here.
All right. Thanks, love.
Brock's travel agent?
Yeah. Call him up and find out if he booked a trip to Florida 1 week before the murder.
Mm-hmm.
Brock did go to Florida. Why did he lie to his family about it?
My little genius?
No man should be without one, and here it is in black and white.
Just as you said.
Well, you didn't think I'd made it up, did you?
If you had, you'd have been clairvoyant.
Why, you found out something after I called?
Yeah. Bobby told me that Brock did return from a business trip 2 days before the murder.
Ha! Don't tell me, Florida, huh?
Travel agent confirmed it.
My goodness. So, what next?
How does a trip to Florida grab you?
You're sending me?
Taking you, how about that?
Well, that's fantastic! That's fantastic!
This may be a double-edged sword.
Taking me?
Pursuing the Florida connection.
Oh, my genius is failing me. Explain.
Brock might have gone there because of Bobby.
Ex-con from Florida. Keeps Port Charles.
Let's not forget her past, remember?
Oh, no, you don't think he was digging up more dirt?
Or trying to. I mean, if he already found out something more about her, this is only going to jeopardize her case.
Oh, I'm aware that you're taking me on a job you don't find too savory.
Still want to go?
Of course.
Even if it works out badly.
For better or for worse. But if this is going to be good for Bobby, I want to be part of it.
Excuse me? What gate does Universal Flight 88 from New York come in?
That gate, sir, where the attendant is opening up.
Thank you. You got that picture of Brock?
Yes, but there's one thing I don't understand.
What?
Well, we know that Brock was on that flight from New York, but why is it so important that the attendant recognizes him?
Well, we're after recognition, sure. More importantly, we want to know if someone met Brock while he was here. It's a starting point.
Generally, I'm pretty good at remembering faces.
I'm glad to hear that.
But that... I wouldn't have recognized my own mother.
Not even your own mother?
Oh, the place was jumping. You see, a lot of flights to Miami were canceled because of a storm at the Miami airport. So Flight 88 was jammed with people who were coming here instead. People were everywhere looking for each other, waiting for somebody.
Are you leading up to telling us you don't recognize this man?
People trying to rent cars? No, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
He said people were trying to rent cars.
Next stop.
She looks very efficient.
And cute?
All we need is efficient. May I help you? Yes.
Yeah, well, I certainly hope you can. My name is Robert Scorpio.
Police commissioner for Port Charles, New York.
And I'm Holly Scorpio, his sister.
What kind of car would you like, and what's your destination?
Well, actually, we don't want to rent a car. What we'd like to know is if this man perhaps rented the car on the morning of January 15th. His name is D.L. Brock.
Mr. Brock had a slight New York City accent and a very short fuse.
What?
Well, he could lose his temper with very little provocation.
Oh, I remember him. He snarled at me when I didn't have the make of car he preferred.
That's our boy.
He was really... Oh, gosh, I hope he's not a friend of yours.
No, he wasn't. Isn't.
Wasn't.
He's dead.
Oh, police commissioner.
Yeah, I'm looking into it.
Oh, I see.
What we'd like to know is if Mr. Brock met someone here and what his destination was.
I don't think he met anyone, but I can get the other information for you on the computer. It won't take but a few minutes.
Oh. Is there a place we need to get some coffee?
Yeah, there's a coffee machine right over there in the corner.
A machine?
Well, it's no worse than the coffee in the cafeteria. You know, I do remember one thing.
Yeah?
He wanted a road map that would show him the shortest route to Miami.
Miami.
This isn't going to help Bobby at all.
Let's get that coffee. Thank you. Good.
Mr. Brock drove our rental car as far as Miami. Now, our mileage indicates that he didn't use the car after he got to Miami.
Where did he turn it in?
At the Miami airport.
The airport? Well, what time did he turn it in?
9:20 a.m.
Well, maybe he stopped somewhere between here and there.
I doubt it.
Why?
Well, if Mr. Brock drove at the speed limit or even a little faster, he couldn't have stopped any place for more than 15 or 20 minutes. If you'd like this copy of the printout...
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Anytime we can help you, be sure to...
Thank you.
Thank you again.
Very odd.
Well, things are starting to become clear, and some things are not quite so clear. Well, it's clear that Brock's ultimate destination was Miami. What isn't so clear is why he turned that car in so quick. However, I've got to call the airport, Miami, sorry, to find out what time he got that flight back to New York.
So we'll know how long he was in Miami?
Yeah.
That sounds awfully dull, actually. It's a lot of work finding that out.
It's police work for you. 90% shoe leather, 10% brain work.
Well, I think I'm going to go over to that bookshop over there and get a nice suspense paperback. I'll get my thrills then.
Wait a minute, you're supposed to be helping me.
Oh.
Yeah, all right. So what we'll do is we'll get you a little pile of change, a little bag of quarters there, and then we'll find you a telephone, and we'll divvy up the airports. Come on, dear.
Right, so we know what night flight Brock caught back from Miami to New York. But so far, we haven't learned anything that's been of any help at all to Bobby. In fact, I think I'm more worried now than I was before we started.
It's because we're now pointed towards Miami?
It's maybe we're about to open a whole can of nasty worms.
Yeah, well, regardless, I've still got to check in with Ramsey.
Well, sound cheerful, won't you?
Why?
Well, we don't want him to know that we're depressed.
I don't care if he knows we're depressed or not.
Well, he might think we found out something awful about Bobby.
Look, Ramsey goes by the book. Depression is not in the police manual. Right. Captain Ramsey, please. It's Scorpio calling.
Yes, Robert.
First, tell me, has the grand jury come in on Bobby yet?
No.
Ah, no. All right, good. Now, listen, I'm still in West Palm Beach, but the trail is starting to lead us towards Miami.
Oh, that's perfect.
Perfect? Yeah, I've got a telephone number for you, Robert. It's a number that Brock called the day before he took that overnight trip. I thought maybe you'd check it out for me.
Let's have it.
It's a Miami number.
Okay. Right, go ahead.
All right, it's 305-555-8787.
Okay, got it.
Now, Bobby didn't recognize the number when I showed it to her, so, it's funny. You see, Brock talked to someone at that number for 10 minutes.
All right, listen, I'll get right on this. If it's a lead, we'll go... If it isn't, we're booking the next flight back to Port Charles. I should see you late afternoon. See you, mate.
I have a nasty feeling we're going to find out something that we don't want to know.
Well, let's find out. Listen for it.
You've reached the office of Jerome Garvey, private investigator. I'm out of town for a few days and can't be reached. At the tone, leave your name and number. I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
It's Robert Scorpio speaking, Police Commissioner of Port Charles, New York. My phone number is 555-1901. That's in New York. Could you return this, please, as soon as possible? It's urgent. Thank you.